Next up, now this fight is next week. It's a big match. Errol Spence versus Shawn Porter.
Woo!
For the unification bout. I mean, it's big time.
Big time. IBF, WBC, they meet. Shawn Porter he was on Sweat in the Morning. He 100% guaranteed that he was going to knock out Errol Spence. And why did he do that? Because Errol Spence has been saying he's going to knock out Shawn Porter.
They both have a lot of confidence in their ability. They both have a history of knocking people out.
Yes.
Now, and this match is awesome, really.
Yeah.
It's a matchup.
Fox pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be on Fox pay-per-view September 28th. That's next week.
That's next week, next Saturday. We're looking forward to that. The fact of the matter is, Shawn Porter's dad trained Errol Spence in the Olympics when he went to the Olympics. Yeah. So, I mean, they have some history together, and they never hated each other.
No.
But Errol Spence is that quiet type that just says, I got skills, I'm going to show you. He doesn't do much talking. But now his personality has to come out more because he's becoming a bigger star. When he dusted Mikey Garcia, he was like, hey, I'm not going to knock this guy out. I'm going to show you how well I can box. The thing about it is people look to him that have more skill, more disciplined fighter. Shawn Porter is more unpredictable and more wild. And then when these styles meet, can Shawn Porter use his unpredictability to throw off Errol Spence? Because I think that's the only way he can win this fight. And think about this too. He's never been in a fight where he got dusted. All his fights are a toss-up, split decision, close decision, the 2 losses that he has. So in those 2 losses, he could have technically been the winner of those 2 fights.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is going to go. These fighters are well matched.
Definitely.
Their styles, like you said, they're a little bit different.
Contrast, yeah.
But, oh man, it's just going to be a great fight. Fight fans, you need to get that pay-per-view.
You got to get the pay-per-view. Going into it, though, Errol Spence is a slight favorite just because of how disciplined and the streak he's been on with hurting opponents. And Shawn Porter's last fight didn't look as impressive because he just tried to box this guy. And it was a game plan, his father said on Sweat in the Morning, that this guy thinks we're going to come out here brawling. Let's box him. I heard a message from God in my heart. He said, box him. So the guy, after the fight, said, I didn't expect him to try to box me, so it threw me completely off. And the fight was close, and Shawn Porter won a close fight. He can't do that this time. He has to be the best version of Shawn Porter that we've ever seen to win this.
Yes, he's got to go for the gusto. He's got to put Errol Spence on the canvas.
And he says he doesn't. He just goes in there. He's a shorter guy, so sometimes he does lead with his head. He's going to have to just let whatever happens because he can't have a clean, pretty, nice fight because otherwise Errol Spence is going to be too comfortable. He's going to have to make Errol Spence uncomfortable, and I've never seen Errol Spence uncomfortable in the ring before.
Neither have I. I think it's just going to take him going all out, put him on the canvas. He's going to have to knock him out.
He's going to.
He will not win on points.
Unless
Spence comes completely unprepared.
It's got to be.
But it doesn't look like that, though.
An unexpected headbutt.
Yeah.
That causes a cut. A clash of heads that causes a cut. It's got to be something that's different, out of the norm for, I think, for Shawn, because sometimes Shawn, if he can't be so undisciplined, because I think Errol Spence is training for that, but he has to be unpredictable.
Yes.
I don't know what he's about to do. I'm going to watch out for his head, because the only time I've seen like Errol Spence really like losing rounds is against Kell Brook, because Kell Brook is very skilled and crafty with these tricks. But once he figured him out, he broke him down, broke his eye socket, and then the rest is history.
So, hey, this is a great matchup. Boxing fans need to get on this. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great. Errol Spence, Shawn Porter. Who you got?
I'm going to go with Errol Spence right now.
I want to go with Errol Spence as well. My heart, I like Shawn Porter. What I want him to do is make this a close fight like all of his rest of his fights, and then that means that he is definitely an elite fighter.
Well, I think he's an elite fighter now.
Yeah, he is, but what I'm saying is he's of the ilk of Errol Spence is looking at him like, I'm up here, man, and I believe you're a good fighter, but you're down here. This is how Errol Spence is looking at it. If he goes in there and it's a close fight, then that means you just beat him on decision. a close decision.
Would this be a fight that we would see a sequel to, do you think?
If Shawn Porter can bring it to Errol Spence like he's never had it brought to him before, then we could see a sequel down the line.
Okay.
But if he comes in here and washes Shawn Porter, we will never hear of this again.
Understood.